So, hey guys, now I'm going to talk to you about the 8 concept that I came up with. And what was the idea behind it and what elements that I chose in the picture. So the first concept is an evolution through mirror. So basically, you got this square mirror where you got an iPhone or like the latest touchscreen iPhone, and under it you've got like an 80s phone, like the beginning of the mobile area, and basically both phones are cut through the mirror, and it's as if the phone is going through the mirror, and it's showing evolution from that. So this picture doesn't have a lot of motion, it's pretty much static. So to bring motion and a bit of something to break the static of it, behind it there's going to be a lot of smoke and maybe a bit of glitter, which is kind of the global theme of the whole series. So concept 2 is innovation. It's basically just typographic base image where you've got the word innovation, and basically it's like as if innovation is exploding from inside an electronic object, and we're going to have pieces of, let's say, radio and record players, and it's going to be an explosion of paint powder and glitter, and so it's just going to be like a big explosion. So so it's just like disperse. So that's concept 2. Concept 3 is kind of an evolution from old technology. So it's all music-based technology. So from a no record player to the Walkman to cassette, after that to the CD player, to the first generation of iPod, to the iPhone. And basically the iPhone is the last object in the series, and you've got all the other objects kind of have this motion of being expelled from the iPhone. So so it's quite an interesting shot. And the art direction of this one is black on black. So it's very, very much like one tone. After that, that was concept 3. Concept 4. Concept 4 is much more simple, but I think it's going to be quite a nice shot, which is it's an iPhone with a giant gold lock. And the concept behind this is identity theft, unlocking security, and all of that. And basically, you've got this giant lock in iPhone in the middle, and around it, there's this circle of gold glitter to give it more presence. And all that is still on a black acrylic shot. So concept 5 basically is 6 black acrylic plinths at different heights. And basically it's a bit like an Olympic podium. So the last plinth is actually, there's no one on the first position. And basically it's, you've got all these phones from different eras, from the 60s, from the 80s, and these iconic shapes. And they're all painted in gold on this black acrylic background, and they're melting. And the top one is not there yet because we don't know what's the next technology. So basically for Getty, this kind of image is quite good because anybody that would buy this image could then put their piece of technology onto that image, comp it over, and they would have this kind of great evolution on it. So technically what's difficult with this one is that it's taking all these objects and making them melt in gold and painting them in gold. So I think that's going to be quite interesting. The 6th concept, which is kind of behind us, basically it's analog versus digital. It's this paper shredder, right, that takes a white piece of paper and shreds it, and after that it's kind of a celebration of digital. So you got all these paper colored flying in the air, and all the type flying as well, and making the letters out of paper, and with smoking glitter and getting that great motion to it. The seventh concept is about sharing. So it's quite difficult to kind of illustrate sharing onto social media. So I kind of took sharing in another context, but it can be applied to social media as well, depending, how this image is used. And basically, the picture is in the point of view as if you were the press. And, like when a president or a superstar gives this speech, you've got all these microphones directed to the person. And basically all the wires of these microphones create the word sharing. And for this one, the lighting is a bit different. Decided to go with a darker and more moody look, and to really kind of focus more on the word sharing and that kind of concept. So so it's quite interesting. And the last concept basically is the word future. And it's all made of styrofoam, and there's this kind of a spotlight arm that's holding this giant pen, and on the other side there's a keyboard with the wires going through the table and two mannequin hands, and it's like as if the mannequin's hands are typing the word future, and it's kind of just a mechanical way to write something that's supposed to be digital, and the word is all script instead of type-based, so it's kind of it's a nice juxtaposition of ideas. So so those are the 8 concepts.